Now we have the police department canine transfer agreement.
Get the dog back.
You want to beg it?
What do you want him to live with you?
I know, I got the AJ, and Brady, what's one
made
more?
lemonade out of some lemons. That's what we had. All right, first thing I have to ask is, Peter, you can answer this. I'm not sure whether the police commission has approved the actual dog transfer agreement from your end. So I'm obligated to ask you that before you come to us.
Well, we haven't had a formal vote on it.
You haven't had a vote?
No, we discussed it at, a couple of different meetings, and they're in the minutes. Carol was there.
It's in the minutes that it happened.
It happened, we talked about it.
It's also in the minutes of October.
But technically you have to.
I know, yeah.
Technically you have to approve it before it comes to us.
Well-
That's the way this works.
Well, it would be nice if the liaison to the police commission could have advised us of that, but anyway.
It was
that's
done
okay.
before
Excuse
the
me just a
November
second.
meeting.
Excuse me just a second. The contract really came after these meetings. If the chronology, if we're all gonna hold each other to the chronology, I mean, really, it came after we discussed this. So, what, the mindset is to try to do the best we can for the town.
Absolutely.
Make,
Yeah, we'll agree on that. It's just,
Right,
we're
it's
just trying
like-
to get the procedure right.
I know, and we got the message.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think, so we did everything right, so I'm just saying.
So if we approve it tonight, it'll have to be subject to.
Contingent upon.
Yeah, so just go back to the police commission and make sure.
No offense, but you did not do everything right. I heard about this at the November meeting when you were reading your notes of what occurred in October. In November, this had already taken place weeks earlier. So how can I, as the liaison, advise you on something that is a fait
Well,
accompli?
to be
It's
honest
already
with you,
happened.
Carol, I really don't know what your function is as liaison, so, I mean, that's an open question.
To be there and to
Yeah,
hear
so
what
her
goes on and
function
to
is not to
liaise
tell you
with
how
the
to do your
No,
business.
but I mean, hey, any advice, we're all on the same
Yeah,
team, it's like,
Right.
if we were taking this step, or,
So here's,
Right, so if I may, please, I don't understand, I'm having a little bit of a difficult time here. Everybody that we deal with in the town is very pleased with our service. Everyone, all the department heads, everyone you do business with seems to be very pleased with what we're doing here. But for some reason, there seems to be some kind of a disconnect, and I don't want that to be that way with this board. Listen, we had a situation, it was a difficult situation, where our dog didn't certify. Our handler resigned, he was having a very difficult time, he was not doing well in the position. I didn't want to put the officer and the dog, so we discussed it here, as you can see, in the paper that I handed out on the commission meeting of the 11th. We discussed Officer Matikai's resignation, and I spoke to Todd Stewart, who donated all the money for the dog, and I had to tell him, and he was fine with it. I said, listen, this is the situation we're in. I had to do that, he was fine with it. I consulted the Superior Canine Services to figure out the best way that we can move forward with the situation that we had. Thinking that maybe I should have another trainer and still use the dog. He strongly advised me against that, saying it was going to cause all kinds of problems. So it also says here that I was speaking with another agency regarding the purchase of Ace. On the 14th, we were able to get that done. Now remember, this dog didn't certify, he couldn't be out on the road. It's a risk management thing. I cannot have a handler who's not really doing well and a dog who didn't certify out there on the road. It puts us at extreme liability. Sure, I was going away, we were housing the dog, I was able to get Groton the kid, it was $2,000 for that dog. So it was either make dog soup out of Ace, which we didn't want to do, or try and get some money out of it. So that's what we did.
Questioning
No.
the
It's just a process.
The end result
Process.
is excellent. It was win for them, win for
So,
us.
so maybe
That's
it
not
just
what
needs
we're
to
questioning.
be, maybe what we need to do is just, Bruce, maybe the three of you, I don't know, maybe you can sit down and just go over the,
when something like that comes up, Bruce should be made aware, you should let us know whether we have to act on it right away or not. And then the memorandum has to come here before anything is actually
So
signed.
here's the situation, is because we had to get the dog,
It's a piece of town property, you can't give town property away regardless of whether it's in the police department's possession, public works, park and rec, it's a piece of town property, cannot be given away without the approval of the selectmen.
correct.
Period, end of story. That's,
I was going by, I was only going by the town charter and by the state statute which are in there.
that's
So-
not quite true.
No, that's not true.
That's
That's
not
a
true.
violation of the charter.
Right.
Well, that's what's in the charter, that is the charter.
No,
It's
that's
a
not,
violation of the charter.
believe me, I did it for a
Well,
long
that's why
time.
you see it's a little confusing. And I didn't get the agreement until it was sent to me on the 16th. So
From November.
they took the dog, correct, 16th of November is when Chief Usaro finally had it drafted by their town attorney, just as a precaution to say, hey, before I give you the check, I just want to make sure that you sign off on it. So that's when we received it. So we didn't have it present for the transfer of the dog. But we would have had to house that dog, board that dog, feed that dog all that time, but it was no longer good. So I really, in my heart, tried to do the best we possibly could. It was not meant to be an affront to this board in any way, shape, or form. And we went by what I read in the charter and what I read.
I
In the
can see
state
where that
statute.
confusion comes up with this statement. The board shall organize, maintain, and have the general management and control of the police department, its apparatus, equipment, and buildings. I mean, that can be defined several ways.
Yes,
So I can understand
That's
if
the
you're
town attorney what that means.
misunderstanding that. What?
The town paid for it, the town's been
Right,
paying for the
right.
dog.
So I think
It's-
at this point, to clarify the definition would be.
It could be misinterpreted.
Excuse
Well,
me?
it could be misinterpreted.
Right. And
You just
I
don't want
think it
town
has
property
been.
to be, not
Even
disposed
when
of, and then have
people,
someone then
when
question.
stuff is given to
absolute
the town
powers.
for
I fully
free.
understand
So
where
it's
we,
just to protect everybody.
I fully understand that. I would not give away town property. I wouldn't give a car away and say, hey,
I mean,
It's
I
kind
would
of
just
crazy,
say-
chief, but like the Guilford gives the van for free.
correct.
The town had to accept it. It had to go to the selectmen and the board of finance, and did we have money for that? I don't know.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. A grant that has no match for the town has to be accepted by the selectmen, board of finance, and the town meeting.
But I think the confusion coming in here now too, not only to come to us, was that the police commission should have had a vote
Before I came here.
before they came here.
Correct.
That's a little confusing, but I think at any time you have an agreement like that, you should definitely get your permission.
And it should have been sent to the town attorney.
Any contract.
It did.
He did.
Did he?
It did.
What is your name should be on it then. Just for selection.
On this, on
Yeah,
the
on
sales
the
document?
yeah.
So, the thing is, we all want to do the right thing. But it's like, the chief hiring, we're all looking back and saying, I made some mistakes.
No, chief, it's
It's
not.
like, it'd be good if we could just catch him before it becomes like a hassle, because they're little things, they're kind of like small details, and we're not meaning to, overreach or overstep, but it's like,
Well,
we want to do them right, and this is a good thing for the town, it's just
Pete, I
like,
just don't
hey,
want someone to come back in the future and say, you guys did not follow your charter and you disposed of town property, and call you guys out on it. Let's just make sure the procedure's proper, that's all I'm saying.
There are liability issues, contractual issues.
All right.
We have to follow the rules.
okay.
There are circumstances sometimes when you feel you have to take action on something, but at the end of the day, you have to follow the rules and the protocol, the process. That's the way it is.
And we're reason, we
We
meet every
fully
week.
agree with
Yeah,
that, and
and-
that's just, I just need to know what that process is.
And we meet every week, so it's not like,
I go-
you could have said, hey, can you get me on the agenda, I gotta come in, we gotta do this, boom, let's
Bottom
go.
line is, any contract that needs to be signed,
Has to come here.
should get,
And
we
it
should
did,
see
it went
it.
to Bruce, as soon as I got it from Chief Usaro, I sent it to Bruce.
And we
And he
had,
sent it to the town attorney.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was gonna sign it and just go.
No.
It went to him as soon as I had it, that's the
we
step we
just want
took.
you to know that it has to be signed off.
Okay. I mean, I think that's,
Yeah,
you get your vote and approval at the police commission level, and then, this isn't gonna come up that often,
no,
but, we like to at least review things to have questions. And I only have one question. I totally agree with the transfer of these completely, because we talked, full disclosure, outside. But how did you come up with 2,000? Which is actually a good price, but how did you guys come up with
Of
it?
course traded them. Well, I asked, the guy that we used to use is a master trainer, he's a mountain law expert. I said, what do you think I can get for it? He said, well, the dog's halfway through his lifespan, maybe you can get 2,500, maybe you can get 3, but you may not get anything.
Right.
Because nobody may be willing to take it, so Chief Usaro said he was gonna give me 1,500, and we have a long history going back, we sit on the PAC executive council together, and I horse traded them up to 2,000.
You put that- eBay?
You put them on your bank. I was just curious how you come up with the number.
That was the best, I was trying to get absolutely the most I could get for the dog, because it was, still had a service life of 5 years, and the thing that was nice about
That's sad, that's
Going-
all it is left.
going there,
A service life.
I
service
know,
life.
but I know.
but
Still.
he's still in Groton, he's still in the region, if we need a dog, we can use it. They were trained, the trainer that took Ace has been in the same training group that Gregory trained with, and again, I was very concerned about my officer. He was very upset,
I don't disagree with
I
the
spoke with him.
decision
He
that was
goes
made.
there, and
And
he
I
feels,
No question.
I know
he
something,
feels much better.
I-
He's those two guys.
I thought about those too. I'm gonna start coming to more meetings, just because if I have questions on procedure.
Yeah, I mean, if you
or
ever.
stuff like
So if something's coming down the pipe,
Available,
Just to
do it.
do it right, I don't wanna give you the impression that we're trying to do this or do that or anything, we wanna be in concert with you guys.
Absolutely.
It's just that we-
And I made a suggestion a week ago, and I heard some stuff coming through the pipe regarding budgets and command structures and this and that, and I made the suggestion maybe preemptive to the budget coming in, and us getting our first look at it then, you guys come in before that.
Absolutely.
And because it is a personnel issue, this and that, it's exec section material, and we discuss it before we do an open public discussion, and if somebody walks out of here upset, or somebody sitting here is
Hey,
upset.
that's a great idea.
That's a great
Because the whole
idea.
thing is, we understand, the difficult situation we're all in as citizens and overseers. It's just that, there's new information to be shared in the discussion, to answer questions and to try to work together to figure this whole thing out in a positive way.
Mhm.
So, yeah, the more you know, the more we know,
Yep.
the better we can work together, so, we'll do that.
Unfortunately, whether we like that or not, the past, your predecessor was here almost every week. And whether it was something related to the agenda or not, he was here every week. And matter of fact, Selectman Giannotti made a comment once, is that what it is?
Is it required?
Is it required? Every week, at least he's gotta be here.
Yeah.
But it did keep lines of communication open.
I'll have to say that,
I know
somebody
you-
gave bad information, they said, Tom was always here, and they said, what the hell is he gotta do, does he have a
No,
job to do?
well, because he always came looking for money, but
Yeah.
that was another
It
story.
was a big joke every time you walked in.
I mean, I work 60 hours a week, at least, I mean, it's at least 60 hours.
Stay home when you
I'm
can.
constantly here. Listen, I got a police department to run, I wanna run it as efficiently, as effectively as I possibly can. And I got a great group of people, and we're trying to move forward and raise the bar for professionalism, and that's what I'm gonna do day in and day out, so. And again, we wanna work with everybody, and I think if you ask around, you'll see that everybody we do business with has nothing but great things to say about us and the way we're moving, and we have a great working relationship with all the other town department heads, with all the other agencies we do business with, and with the citizenry. We get constant support from them. So, we want to do exactly the same thing here. We don't want anything different.
Good.
Okay,
All
so,
right, well, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the transfer agreement with the caveat that it's ratified at the police commission level.
Second.
She's sitting there just second.
Any further discussion? In favor?
Aye.
Alright,
Opposed?
thank you.
Abstaining? Motion carried.
Thank you.
And honestly, we would like to, if you can skip, if you tell us the time, we would like to put a presentation.
Well, it's
together,
up
talk to
to
you about.
these guys.
Well, as soon as you
talk
have
about
them
that,
ready,
so.
I think what we do is just contact Mary and Bruce and let them know. We'll do an executive
Is there any reason,
session.
is there any reason why we couldn't add it on to tonight's executive session?
Yes.
Well, I think they.
They have
probably
to,
just-
Yeah,
They have to prepare.
They be doing this.
You don't wanna break the ice?
No, I think they can be 10%.
Carol, they have to have a presentation.
Yeah.
But we could, okay, fine.
thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Plus Johnson.
Plus Chestnut,
So,
Johnson.
John's not here, so thank you.
Thanks, gentlemen. It was a pleasure.
Hey, gentlemen.
Merry Christmas if we don't see you.
That's right.
Don't say happy holidays, Merry
Why
Christmas.
is it so hot in here?